Ladies and gentlemen, the police union of the two officers that brutalized Michael Bennett are saying he's lying about the incident. He is telling the truth, and this is proof that Michael Bennett is telling the truth. See, they fucked up when they went after a famous, recognizable black man in America. And they did their daily routine police brutality on him. Because, see, police brutality is just everyday work in America for cops. And the reason why it exists is because this entire foundation was built on brutalizing black people. So it's commonplace in the U.S. This is normal police work all across the country. They screwed up when they targeted a famous black man and didn't even realize it at the time. So now Michael Bennett has come out and gave his account of the story. So now they're trying to deflect everything away from themselves and put the blame on Michael Bennett. And the fact that they're doing this tells me Michael Bennett is telling the truth. Let's face it, cops in America have no credibility, especially when it comes down to black folks. They have no, they are not credible at all. They're not believable. And if they're giving a whole different account, I know they're lying. Now, many of us saw the videotape. I have no doubt in my mind that those cops did say, "We'll blow your fucking head off." Because this is the norm of how they speak to black people in this country. I believe every word he said. Now, this famous black man is speaking the truth about what was done to him. So now these cops are running behind the union and think they're going to convince the entire world because they are of another race that they're more credible than Michael Bennett. But see, you've done too much dirt to black folks in this country. And many of us, even if we haven't been brutalized by the cops, we have seen enough videos and a whole host of stories of how cops have treated black people in this country since the days of the slave patrol. We know how you roll. We know how you get down. So it's time to deflect the story and try to act like, oh, well, these cops were just doing their job. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Now it's time to save my ass from what Michael Bennett said out in the press. Michael Bennett don't owe you no damn apology, and I hope he sues your ass off. I-Team Metro Police Union addresses football player claims. Want apology NFL investigation. Well, what's the NFL investigating for? Okay, no. This is a complete deflection. All right, let's go ahead and play this video.
Representing those officers is speaking out against Bennett and in support of the officers. The I-Team's Vanessa Murphy continues our team coverage with an exclusive interview with the head of the union, Vanessa.
Dave, Steve Grammis is president of the Las Vegas Police Protective Association. He wants an apology from Michael Bennett, and he's calling on the NFL to investigate the football player for, in his opinion, making false allegations. What would you say directly to Michael Bennett?
I think you owe an apology to the men and women of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I think that we can't be fanning the flames of racism and problems with the police based on a perception of what happens on a call.
Grandma says he first learned about Bennett's letter he tweeted earlier today, and as of this morning, no formal complaint was made by Bennett to the police department. Grandma's talked with both of those officers today. He says they deny those allegations, and they are shocked about what's unfolded.
They feel horrible that they're being victimized, and they are being victimized right now in the media because they went out and did their job, and one person made a letter to the world that says, "Dear world," that these officers violated his civil rights and things like that.
I reached out to the NFL since the union is calling for that investigation. So far, no response. Dave, back to you.
Part of the
Okay, Michael Bennett, if you hear this video, sue these people. Sue them. This man is lying his ass off, ladies and gentlemen. He is a liar. What you mean? Las Vegas cops have a reputation of profiling black people too. Don't fall for the okie doke. They profiled him. They didn't realize they profiled a famous black man, and he's trying to cover their ass. This man is lying his ass off. He's doing the same deflecting that you see from the NYPD, their unions, LAPD, all of these police unions. He's doing the standard run-of-the-mill, put the blame on the black man. We've seen this a million times. Man's not credible. So the moment he opened his mouth, I smelled the lies coming out of his mouth. Los Angeles Seahawk defense in Michael Bennett claims he was profiled, abused, and threatened by Metro police officer because he is African American. It's a claim that many black men in this country make because guess what? It's the damn truth. Cops in America have no credibility. None. I wouldn't take a police account of anything. You have no credibility. The alleged incident happened 2 weeks ago when Bennett was in Las Vegas the weekend of August 26th for the Mayweather-McGregor boxing match. In an open letter posted Wednesday morning on Twitter, Bennett wrote hours after the bout outside of, I guess that's Dreary nightclub, a loud sound was heard which sounded like gunshots. Bennett said he was scared for his safety and ran from the sound. That's a normal reaction. But was stopped at gunpoint by a police officer who ordered him to the ground and threatened to blow my effing head off if I moved. That's pretty standard. That's standard policing in America. Especially when they're dealing with black people. That's standard policing. Remember Sandra Bland, when the cop stopped her, he said he was going to light her up with a taser, light her ass up. That's standard policing in America. The NFL is considering a civil rights lawsuit against the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. So the union representing those police officers is speaking out against Bennett. But you know what? This man, like I said, has no credibility. Steve Grammas, the president of LVPPA, I guess that idiot that we just heard, spoke exclusively with I-Team reporter Vanessa Murphy. Grammas said he wants an apology from Michael Bennett. Wait, you're going to randomly put a gun on him, order him down to the ground, put a gun to his head, and you want the apology? Man, this man can go screw himself. He says he also wants the NFL to investigate Bennett for, in his opinion, making false allegations. Nah, you're not. The only thing you're entitled to is a lawsuit. But that apology should never come. Murphy, what would you say directly to Michael Bennett? And this is what this idiot said. I think you owe an apology to the men and women of Las Vegas Metro Police Department. I think that we can't be fanning the flames of racism. Are you fucking kidding? And problems with the police based on perception of what happens on a call. Okay, so there was a call made on Michael Bennett. Okay, like I said, see, when you use police brutality on a routine basis against especially the black citizens, see, whenever you open your mouth now, you have no credibility. Grandma said he first learned about Bennett's claim when he tweeted about it earlier Wednesday. However, a formal complaint has yet to be made to the police department. And man, if Michael Bennett hears this guy, I sure hope you sue them. According to Grandma's, he spoke with both officers Wednesday, and they deny Bennett's allegation. He says the officers are shocked by what has happened, what has transpired. Well, why are you shocked? You targeted a black man that had nothing to do with the gunfire that you heard. See, if you were good police officers, you would have went in the direction that you heard the gunshots. But instead of doing that, you targeted a black man in the crowd that had nothing to do with anything. That's not police work, everybody. That's not police work. And that's the problem. Cops in America don't do police work. They only do police work when it comes down to white citizens. When it comes down to everybody else, they don't do police work. That's the problem with them. They feel horrible that they're being victimized. The cops that put him down on the ground, put a gun to his head, they're being victimized. See, this is how you know they're lying, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Bennett is telling the truth. This is why they're on damage control mode right now. And they are being victimized right now in the media because they went out and did their jobs. And one person made a letter to the world that says, "Dear world, these officers violated his civil rights," and things like that, Grandma said. Again, this man has no credibility. Cops in America have no credibility when it comes down to policing, especially black men. The I-Team reached out to the NFL since the LVPPA union called for an investigation, but so far the NFL hasn't responded, and they shouldn't respond to this nonsense. Okay, this man is a liar. See this man right here? This man is a liar. He is your typical run-of-the-mill police union liar. He is there to make sure his non-black cops don't get in trouble over a black man. Okay, which they ultimately are going to, something is definitely going to go down, especially this is the reaction from the union. You're going to take him down randomly in a crowd instead of doing real police work and figuring out who fired the shots and go in the direction of those shots, right? You was going to take down some random big black man that you saw on the scene. How is that doing police work? Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can donate to my channel, please do. Peace, family.